Welcome to New Anunnaki Divination. I'm Psychic Seer C, and I'm back with another pick a card. So, if you haven't checked out my shorts, I have a lot of quick pick a cards, tarot, oracles, messages on there, especially for the new year, and it may be beneficial to you. But today, I'm going to answer the question in tarot: how will the year of the wood dragon affect you? So, if you follow Chinese astrology or the lunar new year, this year will be the wood dragon, which will either be February the 10th or February the 13th. Okay? From what I read, is February the 13th, but it's going to be between those dates. So, we're going to look at how will the year of the wood dragon affect you. So, I'm going to let you choose from 3 runes. So, the first rune, this will be rune number 1. And I'm just going to switch sides. This will be rune number 1. This will be rune number 2. And this will be rune number 3. So always take what resonates and leave the rest, right? I would like you to think of the information that I give you as clarification. It can also be seen as guidance or just opening up your mind to a new perspective or something you should consider. But it doesn't necessarily, have to be your truths. So I don't want you to accept something, especially if it is not something that is resonating with your soul, okay? So, yeah. So let's get started. I thank you so much for your support. I thank you for your likes. You can always give me a super thanks if you feel, I don't know, so led to or whatever. Don't forget to comment. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to share my content. I would like my channel to grow, not only in subscriptions, but also in watches, right? And I do thank you for your time. So let's start with pile 1, which is going to be 327. So, taking a look at this rune, if I'm not mistaken, this is the rune of movement. No, it's the movement of self. So, this is the self. Now, it's interesting how this is the self, but you have 2 triangles attached, right? Which is showing you mirroring and duality of, who you are. This also represents the human race. So let's take a look at what it says for the self. If I can find it, sorry. So, what you need to know about this, it says that this is not a time for trying to get credit for accomplishments, but rather seek to fulfill the time span, content to do your task for task's sake, which is the meaning of imminent activity. This is more a problem for those whose eyes are always on the goal than it is for those who have not forgotten how to play and can more easily and readily lose themselves in doing the work for its own sake. So this is the year of the wood dragon. Is telling you to remain modest. Focus on what you're doing rather than what you're going to get or the end goal, right? Focus on the journey rather than the destination. So that's number one for you, Power One. Let's see what else is going on with you with this. Eternal youth. But this wanted to come out reverse. So, with eternal youth, of course I don't have my books out and I want to see what everything means. You have the number one. Again, self is one. Eternal youth is one. We got a message coming here loud and clear. So, eternal youth is saying what? It says energy, newness, and vitality. But it wanted to come out reverse. So it says tired, feeling old and worn, feeling devalued by a society which reveres youthful appearances, wondering where your youth has gone, regrets about your younger years, depleted energy. So it says working with this card, explore blessings of the body and the mind. It is time to discover what your body can do and to instigate a transformation. It is time to give in to what you love and make it a larger part of your life. It is time to eat well, drink deeply of water, and connect with new people. It is time to love being alive, for that drinking deep from the cup of life is the true fountain of youth. Okay. What else do you need to know for the year of the wood dragon? Power one. Ascendant. In the limelight, whether by marriage, pregnancy, or promotion, the spotlight is on you. It's your time to shine. So, with ascendant, let's take a look at what this truly means when we look at ascendant. Ascendant says this. The ascendant is the degree that is rising on the eastern horizon at the exact time and location of your birth. Is one of the four angles in a natal chart. The ascendant, which is the first degree of the first house, is a highly sensitive degree that kicks off the entire natal chart and is a trigger for all first house issues: personality, physical vitality, and conscious sense of self. Okay. In other words, our ascendant is the energy you give off when you first meet someone, or which may or may not be the whole story. The ascendant is your first impression. So, yeah, I think that this year you're going to be challenged, you know? You're going to be challenged. You're going to be in the limelight, and it's going to, it may trigger your insecurities, okay? It's kind of, what is that called? Like imposter syndrome, where you're in the forefront, but you don't really feel like you deserve to be there. So you're going to have to kind of get past that, because of course you deserve to be there. That's why you're there. If you wasn't supposed to be there, you would not be there. That's what people have to understand. There's no such thing as mistakes. There are no mistakes anymore. Everything is truly meant to be. It's divine timing. Things are supposed to happen when they're supposed to happen, because it is a catalyst for something. So, yeah, you're going to have to strengthen your resolve of how you feel about yourself when it comes to your appearance. Yeah, I see the Seven of Cups, and the Seven of Cups can go either way. So, you're going to be thrust into the limelight, whether you like it or not. And you may be dealing with some insecurities. It may trigger some insecurities, because you may not think that you belong to be there. Or people may make you feel like you don't deserve to be there, because you are not the image that is, when they think about, I don't know, about who's supposed to be in your space, they don't see you, okay, my friend? And so that's where you're going to have to realize that it's an illusion. It's an illusion. The grass is not greener. There is no one better, right? Youthfulness does not come from age. It does not come from a certain appearance or a look. It is something that is within you. It is something that is an inner beauty that comes out. You know, we're going into the age of Aquarius. So Pisces season, that illusion is going to subside, and people are going to see folks spiritually. They're going to see how ugly they are, regardless if they look attractive or not, right? That means all this, they're going to be able to see through it and really see the monster or the angel or the beast or the siren. Like everything spiritual is going to, whatever shades everybody had on, they're going to come off, and they're going to see everyone for who they are. Even, yeah, everything is going to be clear as day, and nobody will be able to hide. The mask is off. So you kind of need to wake up to the fact that age doesn't make you young. Appearance doesn't make you young. These things just enhance us. Beauty has been transforming over and over. Fashion has always been out there. Looks have always been out there. You know, it's a part of our culture. We like to morph into things. So you are in the forefront because you're supposed to be there. You need to address your insecurities, because if you don't, they're going to sense it and they're going to play on it to your demise. The Seven of Cups talks about searching for purpose. choices, daydreaming. But the reverse is lack of purpose, division, confusion, not understanding your purpose. Why are you in the front? So, and you don't necessarily have to be young to be in the front. You don't have to look a certain way. You don't have to be a certain image to be in the front. So you're going to have to get over that. It is not a trend or a I don't know, dogma, or it's you. You're supposed to be in the front because you're supposed to be in the front. You are in the limelight because you are supposed to be in the limelight, my friend. And therefore, you just need to find your purpose. And that's an inner thing. So I think in the year of the wood dragon, you are going to be dealing with this. You're going to have to you're probably going to do a lot of soul searching, finding, why am I here? Why was I chosen to be in this position? When we think about the wood dragon, and what it means, the wood dragon has drive and motivation to put all their ideas into practice. They display these qualities many times throughout their life. They're very diplomatic. They have a sense of humor. They have a perspective about things, and they're generous. I think you're going to be the representative. You're going to be the representative. And therefore, you're going to have to deal with the fact that you may not feel like you deserve to be there. So you're going to have to find your purpose. In the year 2024, you're going to be dealing with, am I worthy to be here? Imposter syndrome. What is the imposter syndrome? I've heard others say, other readers talk about it, but imposter syndrome is a condition feeling anxious and not experience success internally, despite being highly performing in an external and objective way. It's like you feel like you're a fraud or a phony, or people may be triggering you, right? Because we always talk about how people feel this way inside, when sometimes it's not even them. It's the fact that they're around so many people that are projecting. They all treat them like they're a phony so they can confuse them, right? Therefore, if you don't feel like you have imposter syndrome, you may be surrounded by people that treat you like you're an imposter when they know darn well that you're not and you're needed. It's like they keep testing your intelligence when they know you're intelligent, but they want you to feel like you're stupid. They want you to feel like you're trash. They want you to feel like you're less. They want you to feel like they're doing you a favor. Imposter syndrome doesn't always have to be internal. It could be an external kind of thing where everyone is gaslighting you because they don't want you to truly enjoy the power and the essence that you have. Why? Because they wasn't chosen to be the representative, and therefore they have an issue. So, if this is within, then you want to go inside and heal it. If it's outside of you, you just need to realize that everybody's pissed because you have been chosen to lead and they don't like the representative. And that's just too bad, isn't it? Yeah. Because you're where you are because you're supposed to be there. So, that is what I got for you. Don't forget to check out my other messages on my short, if you haven't already. If you like my content, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to comment. You have a voice, use it. I don't necessarily have to like your opinion, but don't be disrespectful or I'll block you. Okay? So, other than that, I'm going to move forward to PAL 2 2028. All right, PAL 2. So, let's talk about it. PAL 2, you have the movement rune. So, this rune is about moving forward. Yeah, going forward, making your way. Let's see. So, movement is the number 17, 8. 1 plus 7 is 8. When I see an 8, I think of a cycle. Okay? I think of infinity. I think of abundance of whatever is about to occur. So, with movement, the number 17, it also talks about, let's see if I can see it here. Movement. It talks about the horse. And you know that you're going into the year of the dragon. It's associated with the course of the sun. So we have the sun showing up. Number 17. What does it want you to know? Number 17. So the number 17, movement, progress, the horse. It says, let it be said this way, as I accumulate my natural and all else follows. A horse is the rune symbol because it progresses gradually. From Bronze Age artifacts, we find the sun linked to the horse. The horse both symbolized the sun and was regarded as drawing it across the sky. Here, this rune is saying you have progressed far enough to feel a measure of safety, of assurity in your position. Now it is time to turn again and face the future, reassured and prepared to share the good fortune that comes. This last, the sharing, is significant as it relates to the power of the sun to foster life and illuminate all things in its light. And as you can see, the sun is coming through so brightly, right? That's why I love the sun. I love the sun because it's warm, you know? You can not only see it, but you can feel it. It's not artificial. If it's a sun, you should feel the warmth of the sun. That is why it's a sun. You can feel the energy. It's just not an appearance, right? So, let's talk about this. It's saying that you have what you need. You have the abundance, right? It's now time for you to share what you have. The sun shares. The sun is not selfish. The sun doesn't cherry pick who it wants to bless. It blesses everyone. The only issue is there are a lot of other things that are going on that may try to block the sun, right? But you can only block the sun for so long. It will always shine, or we would not have life here, right? Can't really do nothing without the sun. Not too much. So let's talk about this. How is the year of the wood dragon going to affect you, my friend? Let's see. I'm only taking one card, so sacrifice in reverse. 8 again. You got 8 2 times. So what's going on here? It doesn't seem like you want to share. It's like you got this abundance and you don't want to share it. It's like you have this and you're not trying to share. Let's see. Sacrifice in reverse. You doubt you can give up this. Perhaps you feel you are weak. Excuses have been your refuge before this time. But now you are ready. It's saying whatever is going on, you're ready to share it. There is, working with this card, there is something you may need to give up. It could be that in order to do what you know to be right for your soul, you must let go of something that in many ways gratifies, excites, and soothes you. It could be the sacrifice of sleep in the morning to get up and run. It could be the sacrifice of luxury of a paycheck in order to explore your true calling. It could be the letting go of comfort in order to explore. It could be the sacrifice of your personal time in order to devote yourself to one who needs your care at this time. Whatever it is, choose, and then know the sacrifice can be worked with and used to refine and polish your character so that you become more the offspring of angels than you already are. So it seems to me you're going to be working with the energy of letting go and sacrificing. Like you have all that you need to actually make this sacrifice, but you're not willing to, you're going to be struggling with doing this. Let me see. 6th house, busy as a bee. Transform your daily health habits, fortify your body, and boost your immune system. Yeah. You have the means to make this sacrifice, and it has something to do with your health. Like you need to make that effort to work out. You need to make that effort to fortify your body. It seems like it's exercise. You have what it takes to do this. You have the time. You may have to go out your way to get up early, right? It's going to be uncomfortable at first to make adjustments. Whatever you're trying to do, it's going to be, I'm trying to let you see this, but I can't. It's going to be uncomfortable at first. It's always like that when you're changing a habit, right? Don't forget, it takes about a month to get used to doing something. But if you sacrifice this, because right now you're not doing it. That's why this has came out in reverse. You're not doing this yet, or you're at the very beginning. And I'm just reminding you that yes, sacrifice. Take that extra time, even if it's uncomfortable, because it will change your life. And you will get used to this over time. Whether it is taking, helping someone, it's going to be an inconvenience at first, but it's good for your soul. It will help you fortify your body and boost your immune system. And you want this. This is more of like letting you know that if you chose this pal, your immune system is weak. And if something happens globally where something could challenge your immune system, you will be at risk, right? Because all these pals are different. This is telling you you need to fortify your immune system. It is telling you you need to fortify your body. That means strengthen your body and fortify your immune system. How do you do that? You do it with what you eat. You do it with your body. You do it with exercise. This has to do with the sixth house. So Virgo, planet Mercury, has to do with health, work, employees, pets, small animals, daily routine, daily habits. It represents your daily routine and daily habits. The things that you do every day that affects your health, the things you do every day that affects your work, the things you do every day that affects your employees, your pets. But because this is talking about, and this could have something to do with the things that you're doing with your animals, because I see a pet, right? Or Mother Earth. Mother Earth, bees. Yeah, it's the things that you're doing every day to hurt, things that can affect your health. You know, don't forget, this is a circle. We all need each other. If we lose insects and, geeses and things like that, other wildlife, it can put us in a dangerous situation because you don't really know what part certain things play in the circle of things. That's the same as at work. Be careful, because you don't know how it's going to affect you. You may have to make some sacrifices when it comes to, I don't know, your health, your work, your employees, your pets, your small animals, your daily routine, your daily habits. I can't tell you which of these things relate to you, right? Because only you know. But on a general note, it seems like this is having to do with your daily activities and your health. Okay? So, what is your advice? No. It's not advice because you're getting advice right now. What do you need to know about the year of the wood dragon? Yeah, Knight of Wands. So, the Knight of Wands is, let's see. Knight of Wands is about action. The Knight of Wands put in the work. Okay, this is the knight. This is the soldier. This is the one you send to get things done. You are supposed to be all about the action. Okay? You, with this Wands energy, you're about the action. This year should be about getting things done. Doing the work. Putting in the effort. Action, adventure, fearlessness. Making the difficult decisions. Because in the end, it is good for your soul. And in the meantime, it's also good for your body. It's good for your environment. It's good for those, you're the knight. So you're there to lead and protect. Right? You're not a page. You're not aspiring anything. You are the person that makes things happen. You're the team lead. You're the manager. You're the supervisor. You know what I mean? Your next step is the king. So you're on your way. So you need to put in the effort. You need to assume the role and you need to play it. You know, you need to make good decisions that are very difficult in the beginning, right? Because it's a sacrifice. You're going to have to sacrifice something in order to get a bigger, in the end, it's not bigger, but to get the reward that will make a difference to your soul. Okay? So that's it. Of course, always take what resonates. Always remember, don't shoot the messenger, shoot the message. Okay? Don't ever accept any message that it doesn't resonate with you. It's not your story, right? If it's not, it's not. Go clean your energy and try again. So I'm going to move on to the next one, 3622, which is Pal 3. Last but not least, Pal 3, you have this ruin. Yes. And let's see. It is gateway. Okay? But it's backwards. So actually it's supposed to be like this. So let's take a look at gateway. Gateway is, of course, a portal. That's the way I see it. And so gateway talks about it's the last ruin. All right, here we go. This is getting really interesting. Okay, so let me find gateway. Giant, demon, thorn, but it's reverse. So what's the difference between a giant, a regular person? What's the difference between a demon and an angel of light? What is the difference between a thorn that hurts you? Probably the rose itself, right? Roses have thorns or a smooth surface. So number 21, you're at the end of the ruins. Is it? No, maybe it's not. Almost at the end. But let's see. So you have this in reverse. Correct conduct is based on right attitude. If indeed you are undergoing difficulties, remember that the quality of your passage is up to you. Be certain that you are not suffering over your suffering. So in this year, you're not supposed to be suffering just for suffering's sake, right? Once again, consider the uses of adversity. For example, I heard people say, if you don't have no haters, you ain't popping, my friend, okay? Haters mean you are hot and you are the topic of discussion. Haters, hasty decisions at this time may cause regrets. So don't be quick to accept everything. Everything, right, is, what am I trying to say? Every offer is not a good offer. All right? Anybody can dress SHIT up and make it look good, right? But when you strip it down, do you still want it? You know what I mean? Let's see. So it says, for the probability is that you will act from weakness. You will act from weakness, deceive yourself about your motives, and create new problems more severe than those you are attempting to resolve. Let me say this again. Hasty decisions at this time may cause regrets, for the probability is that you will act from weakness, deceive yourself about your motives, and create new problems more severe than those you are attempting to resolve. Impulsives must be tempered by thought for correct procedure. Keep still, collect yourself, and wait on Tao, the will of heaven. Nothing else is timely now. Do not attempt to go beyond where you haven't yet begun. Forced contemplation is the essence of this ruin. So, what is going on with you with the gateway? When the gateway is open, it is saying, in this year, you are going to be more contemplative about your moves. Every offer is not a good offer. And so you are being asked to really think about what is being offered and don't be quick to accept, because most likely you're doing it out of desperation and weakness. It's going to be a no. The year of the dragon. The dragon is a very powerful sign, okay? The dragon is a very powerful animal. So the wood dragon is someone who the wood dragon represents authority, prosperity, and good fortune. Okay? The wood dragon is someone who is diplomatic. They think about what they're doing. And they don't assimilate. Like, this is not the year to assimilate. This is the year to really contemplate what is being offered and really look at everything. Don't be tempted by things that are too good to be true. Have a clear perspective. And how are you going to do that? Because don't forget, this is a reading for you. So not everybody is going to have the same advice, okay? But for you, for some reason, you're being asked to don't be quick to move. You need to move in correct conduct, and don't be quick. Don't be quick to move. Don't make hasty decisions. And even though you may be going through hard times, you don't have to look like it. You don't have to suffer for the sake of suffering because people think that, oh, in your position, you should be looking like this right now. You should be acting like this right now. You should be behaving like this right now. You should be suffering, right? It's kind of like when something bad happens, you're supposed to have these emotions, okay? This is how you're supposed to cope with this situation. You don't have to, what does it say? If indeed you are undergoing difficulties, remember that the quality of your passage is up to you. How you move through difficulties is up to you. It is not up to anybody else. They can't tell you how to feel and what to think. They can't affect your perspective. You can move through this however you want to. And as this said, Be certain that you are not suffering over your suffering. So, let's pull cards. What else you need to know? That's the big one. Don't let people tell you how you're supposed to be and how you're supposed to feel and how you're supposed to deal with things. Let's see. What else? Okay, so you have natural in reverse. What is this? The 40. 40 in reverse, natural. Natural means to be authentic, to be real, to be organic, but it's in reverse. So you're dealing with the fact that, or you'll be faced with the being authentic. So let's see what this says. Too much reliance on the feedback of society. Self-worth is centered in status and therefore is constantly shifting, uncentered. Working with this card, there has been an over-reliance on ways of identifying who you are, whether you have categorized yourself by your job, by your appearance, personality, your wealth, your background, or your children, right? It is time to go beyond this, to who you truly are, and to know yourself from inside out. This does not require puzzlement or complexity. It requires quiet distillment and true reflection and contemplation of the self. You have too many definitions others have given you. Let them go and learn the song within you and give voice to that in order to become natural and truly fulfilled as your own self. Yeah, it's like, don't let people rush you. Don't let people tell you how you're supposed to deal with anything or who you're supposed to be based on who they are or what they've been taught. Okay? I think society is waking up. We've been taught a lot of things. Okay? And the education hasn't really been fair, to be honest. Right? And therefore, it is time in the age of Aquarius to really detach from people's ideas of who you're supposed to be because of how they were taught and what they think is correct and how they think you're supposed to suffer or respond to whatever or who you're supposed to be. It is time to be your natural, authentic, and real self. It is time to drop the mask, and whoever you are behind it, it is time to come to terms with it and be your full self. What else is going on? You know, people say, you made that bed, you have to lay in it. Yes, you do. But you can also put very comfortable covers on that sucker. You can get a mattress pad. You can get 800 count sheets. That doesn't mean you have to sleep on a hard mattress, my friend. Help, I need somebody. Don't feel you have to do everything yourself. Reach out and ask for help. Ask for the help you need. 7th house. So, that's something else you're going to have to deal with. Issues of the 7th house. Asking for help. Ruled by Libra and the planet Venus, the 7th house governs intimate relationships, one-on-one relationships, including business partners, marriages. It also rules enemies, lawsuits, people with whom you consult such as lawyers, therapists, accountants, doctors. Yeah, there may be something going on in your life where you're going to have to reach out for professional help. Maybe because there's a lawsuit. Maybe because you're dealing with enemies. Maybe because you need a lawyer or a therapist or an accountant or a doctor. Regardless of who these people are, they can give you advice. Okay? Remember that. They can give you advice, but you know yourself better than they do. Always remember that. And always get a second opinion. Don't just go by one. And do your research because you are your number one advocate. Always remember that. You are your number one advocate. There will be no one out there that will rally for you more than you will for yourself. Not your mother, not your children, not your lover or husband, not your twin. Another thing, if you was on an airplane, the first thing they say is put the oxygen mask on yourself, right? Before anybody else, because you can't save somebody if you can't save yourself. You need to be your authentic self. You need to not take the first advice just because they give it to you. And you should trust your own guidance, how you feel, inner, and keep looking for an answer. Don't just take, use these people for guidance, but don't let them be your ultimate guide. You are the ultimate guide. They're there for assistance. So keep that in mind. What else do you need to know? And work hard. Put effort into it. The Seven of Pentacles talks about putting in hard work. It talks about waiting for the fruits of your labor. But and this would make sense because it's saying don't expect a quick response, right? Seven of Pentacles is about harvest, rewards, growth, progress, perseverance, patience, planning. And the whole thing has been talking about being patient. Don't be quick to react. Don't be quick to accept. Yes, they're professionals, yes, but that doesn't mean that they are your advocate. That doesn't mean that they are on your side. And they're going to give you whatever advice that is beneficial to them, not necessarily you, right? So don't be quick to make a move. Be patient, plan, persevere through difficult times, and don't suffer for the sake of suffering. Yes, you make your bed, you must lay in it, but you actually can decide how you want your bed to look, what kind of sheets you want, what kind of bed you want. You want a number bed, or do you want the cheapest one you can find that's on the side of the road on the dumpster that somebody told you to go get? And so you thought, oh, that's what I have to get because that's what people think I'm supposed to have. No, you get to choose your bed. Yes, you do. Yeah, do the research, do the planning, find out with the kind of money you have, what kind of bed can you get? What kind of bed can you afford? I know they told you have to go out to the dumpster and get the cheapest, crappiest bed there is, but they don't care about you. So they'll tell you whatever you want to hear. No, do your research. Find out what kind of bed can you afford? And do you even have to pay a lot of money? Is there a program where they give you a really nice bed? Can you search the ads? Do you get what I'm saying here? I hope so. Because this is what you're going to be dealing with. It seems like in the year of the wood dragon, 2024. So you might as well get a head start and get your mind right on how to look at this so that you can move and navigate through this in a very smooth way. It's all about perspective, okay? It's time to detach yourself from what society thinks, what family thinks, what friends think, what social media think. You know, it's time to go within yourself and figure out, what do you think? What do you want? What do you desire? So, that's my reading. If it resonates, don't forget to like, don't forget to share, hit that bell notification. You want to give me a thanks, a super thanks, a super chat. I don't know what it's called, but anyway, it's always appreciated, but it's never like I don't know, required or expected. Until next time, I'm wishing you the best. Enjoy this year because it's going to be pretty awesome. Bye bye.